All right. Shalom, Yashala. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waha Rakah Kodash Brakatham. I like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akion pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquat that are listening. What I have here on the screen is your boy Barry. Barry Barack Obama or whatever. He's pretty much he's doing more of a campaign trail than Kamala Collard Green Harris, right? So, he's really, he's had that rapport with Jake, but also when he got out of office, Jake started to look back like, like he didn't do anything for Jake, man. He didn't do anything for Jake. And it's never their intent to do that, man. They just want to, once you gain the trust, of Jake, once you got Jake on board to push some, promote some, everybody follows Jake for the most part. But here at this excerpt of this clip, the so-called black man, in America is being rebuked for not being overly supportive of Kamala Harris. You don't have, but you got your coons set up. You got your niggas, hey, she's the first, she'll be the first woman / black, president, like, bro, if you can't measure the amount of foolishness and folly that's placed before you, man. I literally got lost in thought making that statement, man, because we're at a time, like, if you can't read between the lines now, man, you will never truly understand the book, man. If you can't read between the lines of how this clip I'm about to play is very disingenuous, is very disrespectful, and Obama, he's had this thing, since he's been known to the world, he's been polished and pushed, to Jake, to the masses. He's always talked down to Jake, because for one, he's a Hamite. Okay. Jake and Hamites don't mesh like that anyway, man. Okay. But, Jake was deceived. They really thought, Obama was going to be this big difference maker, man. Once that nigga got in office, bro, Jake became worse. Jake became worse. That whole yes we can, the change, the blue and the red stickers that everybody had, and them weak ass shirts and whatnot, and the so-called black man is really not falling for it, anymore, for the most part. You still got your little soft beta ass Jake out here, man, who really only going to the polls to vote for Kamala is to stay in the good graces of Eve, man. Which is a weak ass mindset. But enough talking. I'm gonna let this excerpt of this clip play. Then I'm gonna jump to Acts chapter 19.
Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president, and you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for them. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down.
and you know, got the nerve to tell Jake what is and what's not acceptable. You know, what is acceptable is Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, man. And call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, being able to read between the lines, man, and not falling for the deception, man. This is Acts chapter 19, verse 24. For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen. Okay. Diana was what? It was it was an idol, man. You know, it was an idol that Jake worshiped, man. And that is here today. That is here today. Because when I read further down, you have this, you know, which is beautiful, by the way. This division is great, man. Okay. Division is great. Because basically with that division, you get to sift out who's with what and so forth, man. And where they stand at and what they're firmly standing on. You know, what, you know, of course, with beliefs and integrity, you know, it is what it is, man. But we are here back today, man, you know, just facing the same thing, man. Verse 25, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation and said, sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. Because they know Jake is going to run to it. They know they know people are going to be in awe, you know, just like a big ass Christmas tree with all the bells and whistles, man. You know, you just, you know, when you put something shiny in front of Jake, it's just gonna attract Jake, man. You know, and that's a great way to be reeled in, man. You know, the devil, man, you know, is, you know, the devil deceives, man. And Jake gets caught up in it, and you know, anytime Jake is into something, they go full throttle, man, and are great at it. Jake is great at idol worship, you know. Jake will go hard on another Jake because they don't agree politically, especially like for the Democrats. Like, you know, Jake with the conservative, they'd be like, hey, you know, Jake will have more of a concrete argument for why they're voting for the conservative side opposed to the liberal side. Because what, in this society, you know, the whole liberal thing is so-called supposed to be for Jake, the liberation, you know, and it's more so just folly, if anything. I don't give a damn if it's the conservative or liberal. It's all from the same bird. It's all wicked. But, you know, it's more concrete arguments you could have with the conservative side, you know, opposed to the liberal side. But either way, hey, this is not our rest either way, man. So this ain't our rest either way. You vote conservative or liberal, man. You know? Verse 26, moreover, you see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands. Okay? Because anything else is on the left-hand side, bro. You know, you know, making these idols and so forth. And the Lord, you know, and that's in the what? That's in the 613 law, statutes, and commandments, man. And Jake continues to, and especially a lot of these so-called Christian Jake, you know, you antichrist. Y'all ain't believing in the Most High. Y'all don't have faith that our Lord and Savior, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahushua, which means he delivers, he is salvation. Y'all that impatient. Y'all gotta have someone in a DC that dumbass laugh and BS legislation. That's what Jake is like really aiming for, man. Jake is very simple. Let me reread verse 26 again. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, This Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands. Verse 27. So that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worshipeth. Okay? So once again, people knows what comes with this, but they just want to be right and feel their flesh. But also what triggers a lot of people, that the so-called black man, the so-called Latino man, so-called Native American, okay, us Hebrew Israelites, me being an Israelite through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, okay, being an Israelite, that's by the Lord waking us up, was to create a conflict of interest in Babylon, man. The Lord woke us up for like, hey, man, it's going to be a path for salvation, and it's going to be a path for destruction, man. And 2/3 of our people are on a path for destruction, man. So Jake, who has waken up, and know the true names of the Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh, and the Son, Yahweh Shah, Jake has waken up. Because of what they say, they saying, when you do the analytics and whatnot, that the voting, the black male voter has decreased, and it's saying it's picking up like so-called significantly, but a lot of Jake just ain't interested in the bullshit no more, man. We understand, like, as a so-called black man, bro, we understand, bro. This is not our rest. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. Bury me, Baba Kwasha. That's always just a cold reminder, man. Like, bro, this is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword destruction. That's why. So with this whole election, hey, man, a lot of Jake still wants to push America, bro. Even on the conservative side, Jake loves America. Jake loves it, man. Jake loves being a slave here, man. Jake feels that somehow, first and foremost, when they voted for Obama, you thought it was 2 terms. The nigga didn't show a TT, didn't show nothing done for Jake, man. And it's not intended to, because what is it? Because usually when you're a president, it has to be what? The well-being of all citizens, right? Who have citizenship in America, right? So, the role of the president isn't to be solely focused on one group. But interestingly enough, the polls aren't turning out like they thought or like they think with the so-called black man, but they will target the so-called, black man, which is funny in itself, because here it is. They won't, they won't have, particular policy for Jake, but if they need something, and it happens every 2 to 4 years, right? Okay. It happens to every 2 to 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, when it's, you got your local elections, and then you got your presidential election. They start, on a campaign trail, and like they're really concerned, well, what would you like seen done? And, what's going to be done is this place is going to be destroyed. That's what's going to happen, man. But the Lord is setting these beautiful snares for our people, man. Call hello Yahweh Shem Yahshua for that, man. Because damn, Jake didn't learn within the last 16 years. Because you gotta really fathom the thought, like, bro, the Biden administration was nothing more than an extension of the Obama administration. Come on. You had Obama. Sleepy Joe was the vice president for 2 of those terms, and then he end up running in 2020 against Trump, right? So, you know, there's a complete like common sense disconnect with Jake, man. You know, there's definitely a common sense disconnect, man. Common sense would tell you, look, these niggas didn't show you nothing in 16 years and y'all gonna let them play, you know what I'm saying? And really that's with any election, man. You know? And people get very offended when you tell them you don't vote, then they say you don't have the right to complain. Hey, first and foremost, we complaining to the Most High. You know, we giving the Most High no rest. You know that. You know, so Jake is going to complain, but rightfully so, sighing and crying. You know, people are something else. And for one, we're not crying about the same things a lot of you people crying because we understand this prophecy that's popping off. You know, and hey, some of this prophecy hurts to see and feel. It just is what it is. But overall, it's beautiful. Y'all can bury me, Baba Kwasham. Okay. Yeah. So, hey, it is what it is, baby. This is back in Acts chapter 19, verse 28. And when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath and cried out, saying, "Great is Diana of the Ephesians." And that's how everybody's doing what? Kamala, Collard Green, Harris, right? Chucks and pearls and and they insult Jake so much, man. Even when Obama's ass was in office. Like, bro, you ain't always got to, granted, you're going to use analogies from songs because songs are expressive, is artistic, and, it does resonate with people. But to keep it a buck, man, you ain't always got to throw a goddamn R&B song or an old Negro spiritual or a big hip hop icon to speak. That's how little they think of you, man. I don't need to hear no goddamn my president is black, man. I don't need no damn concert to if I was in politics, especially how everybody is so political, that's a goddamn insult. And especially what I believe when Kamala was at that restaurant, is the stereotypical things. Like, bro, all the so-called black women don't carry hot sauce, in their purses. Now, if some do, they do. I mean, there's nothing wicked about it, but I'm just saying that's how little they think of Jake, man. And also it shows you how little the so-called black woman thinks of the so-called black man, because you got videos, another viral video. So if Jake don't jump on the bandwagon for Kamala Collard Green Harris, any and everything that happens to Jake is well deserved, is what Eve has said. I may do a follow-up on that video. I just need to find that clip. So basically, if anything that happens to the so-called black man is deserved because he didn't go to the voting polls. Man, the Lord, man, from now until the 5th of November that gets here next month, man, it's gonna be hell on 2/3 of our people, man. The women are you're already seeing it, but won't shut the hell up. Keep running your mouth. And the Lord is going to show you people, man. Okay. This is verse 29. And the whole city was filled with confusion. Babylon. It makes you think the current state that we're in. This is currently Babylon, bro. This is Greece 2.0. This is Rome 2.0. All that. Okay, let me start back over. Back in verse 29, and the whole city was filled with confusion, and having caught Gaius, Aristarchus, men of Macedonia, Paul's companions in travel, they rushed with one accord into the theater. And when Paul would have entered in unto the people, the disciples suffered him not. Verse 31. And certain of the chief of Asia, which were his friends, sent unto him, desiring him that he would not adventure himself into the theater. People were mad at Paul. Jake mad because we telling you, hey, you ain't gonna get nothing from that because when you do the research of that of Diana, I think they said that was a pretty large work of let me get the correct term. Shrine, bro. I believe I read somewhere it was 425 feet, bro. And it took years to build. But it's kind of like how everybody has been here, right? In America, you come here, everybody, hey, that's why everybody from around the world, where do they come? They come to America, man. They come to America. Because Esau is worshipped here. And, keep it a buck, even though Jake is on the bottom. Hey, you got statues of what? Kobe, Jordan, all through China, bro. All around the world. Stephon Marbury, even Jake at their lowest, because Jake are, gods, ye are gods, right? But, the idol worship is heavy, so everybody comes to America, eyes all big. That's how they were with this Diana shrine, man. Yeah, people crying, man. And you basically got Jake crying and losing all their wits about him with this goddamn election, bro. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me read verse 29. And the whole city was filled with confusion, and having caught Gaius, Aristarchus, and men of Macedonia, Paul's companions in travel, they rushed with one accord into the theater. So they trying to move in swift. Okay, verse 30. And when Paul would have entered in unto the people, the disciples suffered him not. Okay, verse 31. And certain of the chief of Asia, which were his friends, sent unto him, desiring him that he would not adventure himself into the theater. Okay. Possibly getting, ran up on, getting hurt, putting his life at risk. But hey, Paul was standing 10 toes down, letting y'all know, hey man, this ain't the way. Y'all y'all losing all y'all wits by about a goddamn shrine. And more so now about somebody who don't care about you, whether it's Trump or Kamala. You niggas acting like you making a life or death choice, man, at the voting polls, man. And you really not, man. Verse 32. Some therefore cried one thing and some another, for the assembly was confused, and the more part knew not wherefore they were come together. Verse 33. And they drew Alexander out of the multitude, the Jews putting him forward. And Alexander beckoned with a hand and would have made his defense unto the people. Verse 34. But when they knew that he was a Jew, all with one voice, about the space of 2 hours, cried out, Great is Diana of Ephesians. Okay, so Jake is losing their mind over this silver shrine, and you can liken that into Kamala with this election, So it's like they're literally having panels on the so-called black man on Fox, CNN. I've been seeing it more honestly with CNN. Fox will, they all in the same bed with one another, man. They got the same reports, they got the same intel details, the same intricacies and everything, just worded differently. You're either right wing or left wing, right? So they're sharing the same info, and they're doing their, pretty much it's damn near like a YouTube video when they post things that were aired or something, and it's basically a reaction. The news has basically become a reaction video, just like YouTube when you think about it, and people's response. That's what the news has become. But they've been having these panels for the last couple of years on Jake. What to do to get the black male voters, what to, how for them to feel inclusive. And everybody know, bro, if you a so-called Negro in America, man, or if you a Jake who come from the Caribbean or other parts of the world and you've made your life here in America, you soon find out, bro, this place don't give a shit about Jake, especially the so-called black man, and honestly, along with the so-called Latino man and Native American man, you other Israelite men, you brothers from the Northern Kingdom, man. I don't give a damn how light your skin is or how fine your hair is, man. Y'all, men are, so-called niggas too, man. It just is what it is. Verse 35. And when the town clerk had appeased the people, he said, ye men of Ephesus, what man is there that knoweth not how that the city of the Ephesians is a worshiper of the great goddess Diana and of the image which fell down from Jupiter? So you got that, you have a lot of folklore, your Greek mythology, falling from heaven, the sound, when people start having these wild breakdowns, but this is truly what's going on right now is the idol worship, and then the rebuking of the so-called black man not rushing to the polls to check off for Kamala Harris. And then if you are interested in politics and you vote for Trump, you're called what? A sellout. Just because Jake has more, because truly we are, conservative people, on the right hand side of things, how things are set up for the libertarians, or you people who want to be liberated. It's just complete BS. Everything is out of whack when you look on the left wing, man. Well, women should be able to do this and that. They say the biggest. They said the voters the women who are 30 and under, their biggest concern is abortions. So basically, a lot of these chicks just want to get smashed and slayed, and then just had the option to delete a child that her and some random nigga created. That's what they're voting for. It's like inflation ain't, and I see people bitching more about inflation than women's rights. I see more women complaining about inflation, man. And let you know, man, this place is complete folly, man. This place is complete folly. It's not the business here, man. Let's get some more scriptures. You know what? Since I read from there, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. This isn't new. This isn't new. It's giving off what, like it's really giving off the vibes of that Queen of Heaven vibration, okay, and it's giving off the Diana shrine vibration, man. Just and they just really want to they want to pacify Jake with all these Jake entertainers, and they never really had no hardcore solutions for Jake. The hardcore solution for Jake is to repent and turn back to Yahweh Shem Shah. That's the hardcore solution. Because after the fifth, man, it's really up. Okay, it's really up, man. The Lord has so much going on with these hurricanes, of course, inflation, just in general, everything the Lord is doing, all this judgment that's going out and about, man, and people out here playing games, Believe I want to get I think I'll close off on these Last two verses, not last two verses, but these next two verses. So like here it is. This is Psalms chapter 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man. Okay. And it also goes for a woman. Okay. Now, the Most High made the man the head. The hell, bro, you in trouble if you got the mindset, hey, I'll just let her take care of it, type mindset. Like, come on, bro. Ain't nobody, and no one feels intimidated. Y'all have given these women and certain niggas, men, this false illusion, this false this false narrative, which has made our people delusional. Oh, the woman, this is that, this and that. But when everybody's brought back to reality, what happens? The man, everything still circles back to the man. Y'all trying to change the course of nature, bro. You can't do it, because anytime something occurs with a woman, what happens? Where were the men at? Why weren't the men protecting so-and-so? Well, you've given this false narrative that anything anything you can do, I can do better. That, the song, it's an old song, very old, anything you can do, I can do better. They've put that false narrative. Now these women are in straits like they've never seen before. And it's only going to get worse for these women, man. And also for you beta niggas who's going to crash out for some of these women. Okay. Verse 9, it is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in princes. Okay. Hey, you got a lot of men, a lot of Israelite men who are waking up. You got a small number of select sisters who are waking up. Call halal Yabashim Yasha. So we know the scoop, hey, people can, talk that, voter talk, this and that and so forth. But what's really being done, though? Let's keep it a buck, bro. People are literally voting to whether, for the dim side, that they give Jake that victimhood mentality. And then on the flip side, because I ain't gonna let the right wing get, slide either. It's all business. We're all, so-called created equal. Esau get that bullshit ass facade. Like, bro, America don't care about the so-called black man. Okay. Never has, never will. Okay. Can't do nothing without us, though. But, there's never been no care. Only care that Esau has had for the so-called black man is to help him achieve whatever he's trying to achieve, to be honest. So to hell with, the whole, presidency thing, because whoever gets in there is up anyway, man. Prophecy is going to continue to blaze. It's going to continue to have eyes open. Everybody standing still like, whoa, what's going on? What's happening? Hey, we in the loop of things. Call halal Yabashim Yasha for that. So we know what's going on through the spirit, man. So with that, Abaratazah, the point has been made and it has been edifying. It's most important that it's been edifying for the body. So with that, once again, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waha Rakah Kodash Barakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Achaeon pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwathat that listening. Shalom.